Drug test me.
Going
Okay.
to.
8 months pregnant. Why would I be
We
high?
have all kinds of people that use when they're pregnant. I've got people that use weed. I've got people that use weed while they're pregnant, drinking alcohol, smoking alcohol. I've got it all. In this building, if it can happen, if it can happen, so for me, So for me, I don't trust anyone. I don't trust people tell me something, it goes in this ear, and it goes out this ear, and it goes out that. The only thing that rides actions. You telling me something? Don't mean anything. All I know your case has been open for years. And what have you done? If you have done nothing, I'm not down with that. And we're going to set your case for trial. And if you don't have everything done, by that time, we'll push you to trial. The way it's working now, nothing. It looks like nothing gets.
Whoa, pause right here. Did you catch that? The judge is not messing around. 2 years with little progress, and now the courtroom tension hits its peak. This is a classic example of how procrastination and delayed compliance can backfire legally. Audience question: have you ever seen someone stall a legal case for years? What do you think motivates that?
Judge, if I may just say one thing, it has been open for 2 years, but it was a to-be case. So I don't have it in front of me. So I don't have it in front of me, but I don't believe that actually.
What, so Mrs. Zarate, what are all the conditions that you are asking?
Conditions of the PTI are an online decision-making course, and a restitution of $125. And I'd also like to throw in, the case is slightly older because of a bond forfeit back in February.
Due to Miss Bowie.
Yes, Your Honor.
That doesn't make me feel better. The case is 2 years old because of only one person. So this is what we're going to do. We'll set this case off for a week. You have a week to get decision-making class done. If you don't have it done in a week, then I will set your case every day until you get it done. You will be so sick of us. It'll be like a career. It'll be like to have to come up here every single day. We're going to get you to do it. What do you do for a living?
I just got a job recently.
Doing what?
Working from home. And it was hard for me to get that job because like the reason that it keep going on because taking court out coming to court.
Ms. Bowie, you have a theft. Now you have a criminal mischief. If you think it's hard to get a job if you were to get a conviction on this criminal mission, it's going to be 20 times as difficult to get a job. The more criminal cases you pick up, the more difficult it becomes for you. That's why they have literally bent over backwards. This thing is 2 years old. In my court, after 180 days, we set stuff for trial. I don't put up with 3 years old that if you can't get it done, we're going to move on somehow, some way. It can't continue the way it is. Especially since you're 8 something has, and you got to get on it. The decision-making class at home. You could do that at home in the middle of the night. There's no excuse for you not to have it done. None. That tells me that you just don't want to get it done. Because you can't.
It's money situation. I have rent card, I have some things that I have as well. I had plans on paying it due to the storm that we had. I had to disperse. And things didn't fall in place.
Doesn't the DA continue to have the classes online that they can do?
I think this is
Yes, they're not free anymore, Judge. They're not free anymore, Judge.
It used to be free, and now it's not free anymore. How much is it? How much is it? How much is the class?
Here's where the courtroom really gets practical. The judge and DA are weighing financial realities. $50 for a class might seem small, but for someone struggling with rent, bills, and preparing for a newborn, it's a huge barrier. It's a tough reminder. Legal compliance isn't just about willingness. it's also resources. Question for the viewers. How should courts balance financial hardship against legal obligations?
How much is the
DA's
class?
website is $50.
That's with the DA. If she goes to like this American Integrity course, it's $20.
I've sent her those links, Judge.
Can you swing $20? Can you swing $20?
Say that again.
Can you
Say that
swing
again?
$20? Can you swing $20?
Like I can try, but I have rent. I have phone bills, I have things that I need to pay, and my child is taken care of.
And the problem is that if you once that child gets here, you're never going to get this done. It's imperative that you get this done. How are you going to be able to come up with the restitution? It's $125. It's $125. It sounds like to me she's not going to be able to get it. Mrs. Zarate, I don't know.
I was just going to say that if the restitution is the most important thing to the state, maybe she should just focus on that. Putting that money towards the class. I understand the state wanting her.
But Allie, tell me. How much money do you make? What exactly do you do?
What exactly do you do? Started working there.
Doing what?
2 months now.
Doing what?
2 months. I was homeless at first. The money with the checks that I did get. Got me an apartment. Got me a car. Got me a car.
Great. That's great.
That's great. So it's like everything is falling, but it's like I still have this case. I don't have the money to with the $120.
And let this be a lesson. Criminal mischief. It's all about self-control. You get upset. You start wigging out without thought to consequence. How miserable has this experience been? Great. I hope so. Because that way, hopefully, next time you get in this kind of position, you'll before acting. If I do this, what's going to happen? If I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Nevertheless, how are you going to be able to? How do we do the money?
I was thinking more time.
How many resets have we done? How many resets have we done, guys, for her to get the money together?
See. So this offer was accepted last month. Which would be our last setting.
Okay, so it's not been long.
No, Your Honor. But if our complainant is concerned, wanting restitution thing, that's a financial thing. Defense counsel, we may be able to do community service hours instead of restitution.
She's 8 months pregnant, man.
I discussed that with Xavier. He's been very willing. He's been very willing to work with me, but the issue is being pregnant, community service.
Mrs. Zarate, I don't know how. At 8 months pregnant, unless you keep it open for another 6 months, and then I don't know. But I don't know. Judge is going to want to do that. Being that the case is 2 years old as it is.
I mean, also community service is something that they do have programs where that can be done.
Well, I've never heard of that. But that's really?
Yes, you can do reading to children, that type of stuff online for community service hours.
How about that? But we need to put a time limit. It's time to put this baby to bed. As you well know. Like you don't want this open forever. It's time.
And Judge, I heavily advised her against taking any kind of served or anything, which would obviously dispose of this. She's having trouble right now. She's not able to get a job with this conviction.
Not only that, if you want state services ever, if you ever want to go to school, get financial aid. You ever want to get services? As far as like food stamps, Social Security, all these other social services, convictions. It's not going to happen. That's why the worst thing you could possibly do is I'm going to move on. When you take a half-ass approach, you get a half-ass result. So So, I guess why don't we set it off? Why don't we set it off for a week? You guys to go back to the drawing board, try to reach some kind of resolution. How much money are you making? How much money are you making? What are you doing as far as work? As far as work,
A call center, working an hour.
how much are you working? Are you working full time? Are you working full time? So tell me how much you're making on an average paycheck. Making on an average paycheck.
$1,010.
Every paycheck, every 2 weeks. Every paycheck, every 2 weeks. That's great. How much is rent? How much is rent?
$1,600.
So you got about left to play with after rent. Left to play with after rent.
And I have my car note. And I have my car note. After that, right after that.
How much is a car note? How much is a car note? Why are you living in such a? That's an expensive apartment. That's an expensive apartment. Where are you living, dude? Where are you living, dude? No. Are you living in like a lap of luxury? Are you living in like a lap of luxury? $1,600 of money for a lot. Is it a one bedroom, two or three? Is it a one bedroom, two or three? Who are you living with? Who are you living with? Is he paying rent too? Is he paying rent too? Great. Is he working? Great. Is he working? How much does he usually pay? How much does he usually provide?
I get like $500. Get like $500 from you. Realistically speaking, you're paying around $1,000 a month. So you have around $1,000.
So you have around $1,000 left over. $500 for your car. $500 for your car. So you have around $500. So you have around $500 for food and other necessities. Phone. You know, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility that she can pay restitution. If she can pay 20, perhaps dollars every 2 weeks, we can conceivably get this done. If you're paying $20 a month, Allie, give it to her to hold, it can happen. It can happen. Can you swing $20? Can you swing $20? Let's do that. Let's do that. Mrs. Arati, whenever there is a complaining witness that is I think that's the most for me, because it's not fair that someone else gets to break someone else's property and they don't have to pay for it. $125 in the grand scheme of things. It's not most. We see thousands of dollars in criminal mischief cases. I think that's doable. So why don't we do this, Allie? Can you take the money? Allie, can you take the money and hold it?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, because it
doesn't get spent.
I'll do a money order to the. But yes,
because
I can.
The DA's office is not going to take it.
No, I understand. Yeah, that's fine. I understand. Yeah, that's fine. Once I have the full amount, then I can just get a money order.
You should have gotten paid today. Okay. I will wait today. I'm going to reset your case for 2 weeks. You must appear in court on that day. Bring her $20 and bring her $20 restitution.
And here's the resolution moment. Structured, achievable, and fair. The court decides $20 every 2 weeks until $125 restitution is covered. Notice how the judge prioritizes restitution to the victim over the other classes. Legal fairness in action. Audience engagement. Could you think of a more effective way for courts to handle cases like this, especially when defendants are facing financial and personal challenges?
And hold it towards restitution. Let's reset this thing every 2 weeks. For you to give them $20 every time. And then after you got the 125, is over. The case is done. They'll dismiss. Is over. Done. And they'll dismiss. Bet.
Judge, I just wanted to ask. Did you? Are you indicating that? Are you indicating that? Well, I guess. What about the class?
I don't know. You guys fight about that. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't. Okay. I mean, to me, the most important thing is a restitution to a complaint. It's just not fair otherwise. Whether you guys don't matter to me. You
stated about it, and I just want my client to know.
Seems like she's miserable enough as it is.
Let's focus on the restitution. And I'll talk to the state.
All right. Ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
You're
Ma'am.
gonna reset it for 2 weeks. Reset it for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Judge.
Must.
And
Yeah.
required appearance.
Right.
Required appearance.
Right. We're almost there.
$20.
We're almost there. And you can literally almost get this done before you have the baby. Be done with it once and for all. Be done with it once and for all. And hopefully, just start thinking about this. Start thinking about this. It's all about. When you get angry, don't let loose. Don't let loose. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? It's okay. Tell me. Is this gonna be okay with you? Is this gonna be okay with you? Are you sure? Are you sure? If you have any more issues, just don't just take off. That's the worst thing that you can do. We can always try to work something out. We can always try to work something out. Okay, man. Okay. You wanted to go back to 12? You wanted to go back to 12 or where? Okay. I'm going to have you sign for reset there. Good luck. Okay,
Okay, Miss Buffy, I'll give you a call shortly.